What up, what up? Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be going over the hard flip revert, or also known as the hard flip late back 180. And a lot of people call it a ghetto bird, but I'm pretty sure a ghetto bird is a nollie hard flip pivot on a bank. Shout out Kareem Campbell, I think. So today we're going to be going over the hard flip back 180 or the hard flip revert. This trick's a bad trick, okay? This trick is just dope. Like, if you have this trick down, you're gonna get a letter on people in the game of skate. Now, you might run into some other dudes that got it, but like, this trick gets letters. This trick is dope, and it just looks gangster. It's like a power trick, but it's also has a lot of finesse. So there's about four things that are like just gonna change the game. There's like 4 little tricks that you're gonna be like, oh, I get it, and then you're gonna have them every time. So let's get into it. Obviously, you guys gotta have hard flips. I think that's, pretty obvious. Have a really good hard flip. Have the hard flip pretty much full rotation. Some people, you kind of gotta catch it like pretty aggressively and like pivot it around a little bit. That's okay, but try your best to have a full hard flip. Now, the next thing that's super important is you need to be able to back 180, but not just any old normal back 180. You should be able to do a back 180 where it's all pivot and do it high, all right? Be able to pop up really high and have that confidence to where you can land on the nose and you can take all that impact and pivot it around. Because when you're doing the hard flip is gonna pop up into your feet and you're gonna land heavy on your front foot. And if you can't handle the pivot, you're not gonna be able to land it. So get comfortable with handling a really aggressive pivot. For the foot setup on this, I like to set up just like a hard flip. The only thing is my flick foot, I put it a little bit less on the board. The reason you wanna do that is because with this trick, you wanna get the board to flip a little quicker. You don't wanna pop it as high, and you wanna have a little bit more leverage so you can just get a quick little hard flip, okay? And when you normally hard flip, I like to just float them in between my legs. So when I put my foot a little bit less on the board, it just gets me that quick little hard flip motion a lot easier. All right, so after we have our feet all situated and ready to go, this trick really comes down to one huge thing. Every time I see people try this trick that don't really naturally have a feel for it, they try to hard flip and then they do the hard flip and they turn and the board gets caught up in between their legs and they hit their shins and it just gets jumbled like in between their legs. And the reason that this is happening is because it's called a hard flip late 180 for a reason. When you do hard flips, you need to give the board some time to do the hard flip, right? And then as you know, your foot is coming around. If you just try to hard flip and you immediately go for the back 180, your legs are gonna miss and the board's gonna get jumbled in between your legs, okay? So the number one key to this trick is you need to hard flip and don't even think about the 180, okay? All you wanna do is have your head looking backside, but everything else is just a hard flip, and you're not gonna land it like this, but what's gonna happen is you're gonna allow the hard flip to complete the rotation, you're gonna catch it, and then you're probably gonna land kind of sideways, and you're gonna be like, oh, that makes sense. Whenever you try to rush the back 180, the hard flip doesn't have time to do the hard flip, and you miss every single time. And if you have a really quick flick, some people might get the back 180, but then it kind of becomes like a weird rocket kickflip body varial, The hard flip doesn't get that hard flip motion, and you just do like a weird, ugly kickflip body varial 180. That's not how you want to do the trick. So the key is that your lower body hard flips and your upper body starts to initiate the turn. So at first, all I want you to do is look behind you after you pop with your neck, and the body should follow. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna start doing hard flip 90s and you're gonna get stuck. And as you get comfortable with letting the board flip around, then you can kind of spot the catch. So you'll see your front foot stop the board, and when that happens, you jerk it, okay? But just be careful not to get moving ahead of the board, okay? And if you do that, you'll start to feel it. That's why it's a hard flip, catch, and then 180. So like, I just keep my lower body hard flipping. I flick straight. I don't try to flick towards the direction of the spin. I flick straight, and right when I pop, my stomach and my shoulders and my head just start drifting, right? But the whole time I'm watching the hard flip complete the rotation, and then right when I feel my feet catch the hard flip, I yank the backside 180, okay? And your first hard flip reverts are gonna be like crazy pivot, all right? They're almost gonna be full pivot, and that's okay because you're understanding the motion of letting the hard flip do its thing and then 180ing. Now, as you get better at this trick, okay, you wanna focus, like I said, putting the foot a little bit lower on the board, and you wanna get a quick hard flip. The reason is when you get that quick hard flip, the hard flip does its thing really quick, and then you can start to do the 180 in the air. But I'm warning you guys, if you try to do the back 180 in the air with like minimal pivot, it's gonna mess up the trick. So make sure that you get the full hard flip and just do a bunch of terrible hard flip total pivots. But once you get going with those and you wanna do it like Seva does it, or some of the best skaters, you need to put your foot lower on the board, actually pop it less, because when you pop a hard flip less, it flips faster. So you get this quick little, you know, precise hard flip, and you're watching it like a hawk. Your head and shoulders are already starting to rotate. And as it comes around, you feel the catch. And since it's nice and quick, you can catch it as you're going up in the air, and then you can use your whole body to kind of swing those legs and shoulders around and just get a nice little hard flip revert, like, and that's the way to do it. Just give this trick some time, and like I said, wait for the hard flip. It's called a hard flip late 180 for a reason. You gotta let the hard flip do its thing before you revert it. Just have fun with this trick, and I promise you, if you get this down, all of your friends are gonna be envious. You're gonna be stacking up letters in games of skate. So hit that subscribe button, shoot me a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one.